Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome to Malus Code. So, I literally don't know anything about this game, like, at all. But I do know that this is just a visual novel. It does not have any choices, but it does have 3 endings. So, I'm guessing that it's like, you finish one, the next one gets unlocked. Oh no. No, 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 stop! But then the next one gets unlocked, I guess, and yeah. So we go from there. Alright, let's get into this. Happy Easter! I hope you enjoy this day with your family and friends. Also, I just realized that this is by the same people that did, Tokyo School Life. Oh boy. Depending on how stupid this is, we might just be doing the one ending. Thanks, you too, I replied to the first email I received in Japan and promptly mark it as spam. It could be a meaningful message to my life, but it's not relevant to me today. I bring up my map app to confirm my current situation or current location, but then switch to bird's eye view to get a better look. The University of Frontier Sciences. I pronounced the university's name in Japanese. Nice! The app can recognize my speech correctly. I see a water-filled paddy field. Nearby, there is a residential area and tall concrete buildings which don't fit in with the scenery. This is where I'll be staying starting this spring. I look up from my phone and take in the landscape before me that the map couldn't capture. The streets are lined with plum trees, and cherry blossom flowers are blooming, so these are the famous Japanese sakura. A strong spring wind makes a shower of sakura petals drift down all at once. In Japan, sakura petals are said to symbolize the fleeting nature of life. I take a moment to admire the white fragments as they dance through the air. At the same time, they also represent the beginning of a new season. This doesn't feel real yet, but it'll all probably sink in soon. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, I guess. And at that moment, Koi nigeda! The beauty of the Japanese stillness is shattered by a not so beautiful voice. From what I recall, this is a phrase to express anger at someone who didn't pay their tip or something, I think. I'm standing right in front of the central gate of the university, and I don't think the downtown area is nearby. As I look towards the voice, I spot a middle-aged man wearing an apron chasing a young girl. As luck would have it, they happen to be running along the same path I'm standing on right now. They both seem to be in a rush. Considering Japanese traffic laws, I guess they have the right-of-way. Domo. I make use of a suitable greeting I learned earlier in my studies as I step to the side of the road. Oh gosh! Oh no, I forgot to turn off voices! Hold on! Off, off, off. Back to game. Tag, the rest is up to you! I sure wasn't expecting her to do that. The girl yells as she passes and smacks my arm. Hey, wait! I quickly grab her by the arm. What do you mean, Tag? Huh? What's with that reaction? Unbelievable! Why are you making a face like you're genuinely surprised? And why? Oh my god, why are you running in place? I'm the one who can't believe what's going on. Are you guys in cahoots? Yeah, you must be. The man chasing her now throws even more confusion into the mix. No, I'm innocent. I was just a bystander until a second ago. Damn, I just arrived in Japan and I didn't even finish checking in yet. I don't have time to get dragged into this mess. She suddenly takes my arm, squeezes tight and pulls. Hold on a sec. Where are you trying to take me? I start running in the same direction as if she's dragging me along. She seems to answer my question, but I almost fall over and can't catch what she says. We approach the gate of the university. Seems like that's where she's trying to guide me. Looks like we're heading to my original destination anyways. I'll just go with the flow. Like a new couple, we run around the campus with all of these dramatic screen swipes. Long story short, we end up having to pay 500 yen to our pursuer. Come in! I knock on the door to the polar lab. A woman's voice answers from inside. Excuse me? The womb. I hope not the womb. The room is about 40 square meters, with desks and shelves that have all kinds of regions lined up neatly. My name is Will. I'm a new member of the Polar Research Lab starting this April. Is Nagatsuta-sensei around? I ask the long black-haired woman in front of me. I'm Nagatsuta, Suzukake. Welcome to the Polar Research Lab. Will? By the way, why didn't you contact me when you arrived? This university is probably a maze for someone who's never been here before. You didn't get lost? No, I didn't get lost, but I did run into some other trouble. She tilts her head with a curious look in response. To put things briefly, I coincidentally met with a member of this lab and she guided me here. I point to the girl behind me as I speak. She smiles and waves her hand in front of her chest. Yuri, you didn't come back for so long, you had me worried. It wasn't Yuri's fault, an accident came to get her. So that's it, Yuri-san. You went to run it yet again? A boyish girl leaves her seat in the corner of the room and comes towards me. Her fashion sense seems a little free-spirited for a grad student in a laboratory. It's not yet again. It's only the first time Yuri went this month. The first week of the month isn't even over yet. Okay, cut the chatter, you two. Our visitor seems overwhelmed. Oh no, I'm enjoying observing a typical day in this lab. I look around the lab again. It seems these three women are the only ones here right now. Let's start your introduction. This is Will-kun. He's an exchange student from abroad who's joining our lab this spring. There will probably be lots of things he doesn't know about, or doesn't know how to do in his daily life. Make sure to help him with that, and of course in the lab as well. I thank them properly, and do a low Japanese-style bow before introducing myself. The theme of my research is hydrothermal vent organisms known as thermophiles. In layman's terms, I study the microorganisms in hot springs. That's the main reason I chose to study abroad in Japan. There's lots of hot springs here. Of course, that's not the only reason. I also spent time in Japan when I was a child as well. Huh? So that's why your Japanese is good. At the very least, I don't have any major issues with communicating in Japanese. Before we get into all that Q&A, let me introduce my team members. The one with the side ponytail and the water bear hair accessory is Nakaguro Yuri, an undergraduate student. And the other one in the interesting outfit is Ikoma Yae, a graduate student. Question! Wilson, are you majoring in thermophiles? I guess you could say I study the difference between the heat-resistant proteins that thermophiles have, and I hope I'm saying that right, and other proteins that are active at normal temperatures. Oh my, what a coincidence, Wilson. I use thermophiles in many of my studies too. Yae is majoring in astrobiology, and thermophiles are used as substitutes for undiscovered extraterrestrials. If you don't understand something, just ask me anything you want, okay? Thank you, senpai. I bow again in the Japanese style. Hello again! Yuri's name is Nakaguro Yuri. Just call her Yuri. I must tell you something in advance, just so we are clear. Yuri is my cousin. However, never refer to me as Yuri's aunt. This is an exceedingly forbidden phrase. If you break this rule, your safety is no longer guaranteed. Are we clear? Yes, ma'am. I nod meekly. From what I've heard, the word aunt is an extremely sensitive word in Japanese, and best avoided in public. I better watch out, especially in this lab where my boss and colleagues are all women. We both should treat the ladies nice. Gotta be gentle, just like I always am with microorganisms. Sure, yeah. Another thing, it might be hard to guess by looking, but Ikuma Yae is male. You can ask him about male facilities like lockers. Excuse me, I didn't quite catch what you said. Could you repeat that? Like she said, I'm a male, biologically and mentally. I'm saying I'm a boy, just like you. Yae-chan is cuter than Yuri! He makes me jealous! Hey, this is where you're supposed to say, how could such a cutie be a boy? What's going on? What a party pooper. A boy, just like me. A boy, just like me. A boy, just like... Oh, shut up. I already don't like this main character. Cut it out. He's getting confused, Will-kun. This isn't a surprise prank or something. I simply conveyed the facts to you, so just understand my words at face value. It's the same as something going on in a test tube. Now that I've got a good look at him, Will is kind of a hottie, isn't he? Hey, what do you think about me? Flirt. Oh god, and then it says flirty look. So cute! I can't think of a suitable response, so I gotta clap my hands to show my approval. Good lord, studying abroad is just one surprise after another. Hey, what do you think of water bears? Nagatsuta-sensei and Yae-senpai said they still have work to do, so the undergraduate Yuri uses her free time to guide me as we leave the Polar Research Lab. Yuri's studying water bears and my big sis is coaching me. Water bears. While looking at her water bear hair accessory, I recall my knowledge of them. That's the small bug that can boast invulnerability to extreme temperatures, lack of moisture, and even radiation, right? They're tough, but they're pretty cute too. I remember seeing a photo of one taken with an electron microscope, but it was pretty grotesque compared to your hair accessory. Huh? But Yae-chan said they're cute too. You're just like big sis. You don't understand a young girl's heart. Sorry? As I walk through the vast campus with Yuri, we talk about the lab and Nagatsuta-sensei. The organisms that live in the polar regions are easy to observe, demonstrating their basic abilities, as well as their unique abilities that allow them to survive in extreme conditions, which allows for the observation of the universal nature of living things. That is the reasoning behind the foundation of the Polar Lab, or the Polar Research Lab, or Polar Lab for short. However, the founder of the Polar Research Lab was not Nagatsuta-sensei, but her predecessor. Her original specialty was artificial life, which is a bit different from what she's doing now. I heard Nagatsuta-sensei is a genius who can handle any task they throw at her. That's because Big Sis is the coolest! Yae-chan looks up to her too! As we approach the school gate, I ask her about what happened this afternoon. There's this restaurant called Run and Run, and their combo meals are half price at lunchtime. Even for a restaurant aimed at poor students, that's pretty thoughtful. I'm honestly surprised. Plus, if you could finish eating the entire special mega lunch during lunchtime, they say you'll have good luck with finding work, or become the queen of the campus, so all the students are giving it a shot. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I mean, the restaurant is. Yuri was totally gonna win today, but she was a tiny bit over the time limit without noticing, so we argued and she said it's not her fault, and ran out of the restaurant. Honestly, the more you talk, the more I'm losing track of this story, but I think I get the idea. Universities always have all kinds of weird traditions, right? Oh yeah, Yuri's gotta give you back your money from earlier. She meant to win today, so she left her wallet back at the lab. Nah, don't worry about it. On second thought, I'll take it. It's a symbol of our friendship or something. I accept the money from Yuri. Thanks! Will probably saved Yudi's life. Saved her life? Talk about an exaggeration. Big Sis is always telling Yudi, you always get pulled into trouble, so be more careful. By the way, I met Nagatsuda-sensei for the first time today, and man, she sure is beautiful. Big Sis is single! No, that's not what I'm implying. I was just thinking how everyone in the lab is so pretty. I think I'm gonna have a good time during my stay abroad. This place is totally different from my old lab. Well, what kind of place did you come from? Tell me! Okay, where should I start? The two of us chat happily as we leave the university. And so my first day at the Polar Lab comes to an end. The Polar Research Lab, its origin designates that they study life forms that take things to the limit in extreme conditions as found in polar regions. But I'll soon come to find out that at this university, the Polar Research Lab is rumored to be like the polar regions due to the fact that it's populated with very eccentric people. I mean, we already saw that. A few days have passed since I started going to the lab. I decide to head to the professor's office to discuss my research schedule during my exchange program. Suzukage-san, I brought all the data you asked for last week. Already? Prompt work as usual. Oh no, I just did as I was told. How reliable. Oh yeah, there's something I want you to take a look at. Yae-senpai and Suzukage-sensei are talking in the professor's office. Yae-senpai is the anticipated ace of the Polar Lab. It seems like Suzukage-sensei even lets him handle the kind of work that someone who finished their doctorate course would do. He's on the second year of his master's program. Even though he's only 1 year ahead of me, it feels like a huge gap between us. I wish I could get results as quickly as him. Oh, Wilson, good morning! Yae-senpai turns around. Suzukage-sensei, Yae-senpai, good morning! Hey, good to see you. Did you want something? No, it's nothing. I'll come back later. I guess I'll look at the research schedule on my own again to refresh my memory before I talk to her about it. I return to the lab. Wilson, can we talk? A half hour after I left, Yae-senpai returns from the professor's office. What is it, Yae-senpai? Geez, didn't I tell you to call me Yae, not Yae-senpai? Yae-senpai talks to me as if we're close friends already. Sorry about that. It's just harder for me to pronounce your name that way. Well, I'm trying my best, but I can't change what I've said after I've spoken. Oh, come on, Wilson. You're just shy, aren't you? Your Japanese is so good. There's no way you'll screw up something like that. Call me Yae as proof of our friendship, okay? To be honest, I'm not crazy about Yae-senpai's over-friendliness. He must be overjoyed to have a new member in the lab, so he's trying to force a close relationship with the newcomer. Yae-senpai may have a very open personality, but I just can't treat someone I met a few days ago like an old friend. Plus, I went out of my way to learn Japanese terms like senpai, so I want to make use of them. And I'm going to speak Japanese. Or if I'm going to speak Japanese, I want to call my elders and superiors senpai. Okay, you know what? Screw this guy. He's like, oh, I went out of my way to learn Japanese terms like senpai. Fuck you, dude. Like, if you're gonna learn Japanese, you gotta learn, especially if you're like trying to be fucking fluent, you're gonna learn this shit anyways. Fuck you. I already want to stop. I'll help you with anything you want, from experiments to anything else. Now, excuse me. Maybe because I didn't get into the conversation, Yae-senpai cuts things short and leaves the lab. He's like a fickle stray cat. It doesn't matter if he's coming or going. He does things on his own whims. During this afternoon's program, all 3 lab members are doing experiments. We each begin our individual work. During an experiment, sometimes you're so busy you can't look away for a second, but other times it's like a break period, and you can take it easy. As I wash some test tubes I finished using, I watched the other two working. Just like they said on the first day, Yae-senpai is a boy. Anyway, oh my god. Anyway, there's so many things unrelated to research about Yae-senpai that I'm curious about, that it somehow makes it harder to ask him about them. Hey, Yae-chan, don't blow your nose with the wipes! Oh, why not? 'Cause it's a waste, of course. What's the big deal? Here they go again. No means no! Man, what a pain in the butt. Come on, Yuri will give you some tissues. Well, if you insist that much, guess I've gotta. In Japan, tissue packets are handed out for free around train stations and places like that. I got one for the first time the other day. At first, I thought it was some weird charity, but it seems that their ulterior motive is to hand out the ads slipped into their packets. The tissue packets that Yuri gives to Yae-senpai is one of those free tissue packets. I've come to understand that Yuri isn't too well off financially, but Yae-senpai is quite rich, which causes some friction between them. The way Yae-senpai blows his nose is cute somehow. I don't think wipes are made for blowing your nose in the first place. I forgot to mention it, but the wipes we're referring to are disposable paper towels we use to clean the lab equipment. I think they'd be a little rough on human skin. Will-san, look closely at this. See how the paper is practically jumping out of the box? Waving out at the top almost like a fish's fin. It's just begging for you to pluck it out and use it. Don't give me some weird interpretation. I'm not falling for it. Aw, so cold. Well, I've never seen anyone use these wipes as tissues before. It's true, they're for cleaning what's dirty, but yes, exactly. They're tough and don't rip even when you rub them a bit. And they don't dissolve when wet. They're even useful to wipe your glasses with, or to use as coffee filters too. Yeah, whatever you say. I'm tired of this, so I give him a blunt answer. I hope this guy isn't really using lab equipment to make coffee. Ooh, now even Will-san is teasing me. This is a brilliant idea, so don't be afraid to praise me. Jeez, Yae-chan, you should just carry these kinds of cosmetics with you in a purse. I'll consider it. Yuri is actually 2 years younger than Yae-senpai, but she's acting like his older sister. Well then, how about we take a break? I guess it's Yae-senpai's turn to have free time now. I look up without thinking, and our eyes meet as he stretches. I look away quickly, but it's already too late. Oh my, Will-san, is your experiment going okay? I'll check your progress. Yae-senpai draws closer, like a child who's found a new toy. Unfortunately, I can't take my hands off of my equipment right now. I'm handling chemicals right now. Please don't touch me or do anything to surprise me. Who do you think you're talking to? I won't touch you. I just want to observe you closely. Yae-senpai stands behind me, carefully peering at my hands over my shoulder. His face is very close, to the point that I can hear him breathing in my ear. Pretty good. And here I wanted you to get nervous so I could gently guide you. Yae-senpai brings his body close to mine and whispers in my ear. Is he trying to throw me off and make me mess up my experiment? Listen, I'm a veteran when it comes to lab equipment. I won't lose to a silly prank so easily. You gotta handle it like a fragile girl's heart. Oh my, you're doing too well. What a bore. Yae-senpai, if you're going to play tricks on me, at least do it after I'm done with my experiment. Oh, you said it! That means you don't mind if I play tricks on you as long as your experiment's done, right? I was just trying to be sarcastic, but it backfired. He got me worked up, so I said something I shouldn't have. That's just the saying. Hey, Yuri-san! Yeah? Did you hear our conversation just now? I sure did! See, we have a witness. Still think you can go back on your word? Yeah! Yuri's no help. She's concentrating too hard on her experiment and just answering without thinking. I guess at this point, all I could do was finish my experiment before Yae-senpai and head out. Alright, all done. I think I managed to concentrate even harder than when I was writing my graduation thesis. I'm sure I finished earlier than Yae-senpai, but when I look up, I see Yae-senpai observing me as if he's got plenty of time. Seems like you finished. Okay then, ready to be a man and keep your word? God, why hast thou forsaken me? No need to fuss over what's manly or not right now. The more worked up you get, the more I get in the mood, you playboy. Yae-senpai creeps closer and closer until he has me cornered against a wall. Well, son, have you heard of a chicken game called Kabedon? Well, I just arrived in Japan, so I don't know that term yet, and I don't think I'm interested either. Yae-senpai faces towards me, puts out both arms, and places them on my shoulders. When doing delicate work with chemicals, you need to keep your composure, because it's dangerous if you get agitated and break the equipment. What does that have to do with Kabedon or whatever? Oh god. Yae-senpai's bangs hang from his brow as he draws closer in front of my eyes. Please tell me honestly, you really don't think I'm cute at all, do you? Yae-senpai's eyelids sadly droop as he speaks. No, I do think you're cute. Really? That makes me feel kinda happy. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I'm somehow losing my ability to think rationally. Wilson, do you know what an oral infection is? Yes, please be careful of infections, Yae-senpai. For example, Helicobacter, whatever that is mostly transmitted orally from a mother to her baby. But isn't it true that when two people kiss, they can exchange infectious bacteria, so they end up developing a beneficial immunity? That's unsanitary, dangerous behavior, senpai! Also, you should open your eyes and be aware of your surroundings! Wilson, I didn't expect you to be so romantic, calling kiss dangerous. If you don't have the courage, just think of it as a continuation of your experiment. Yae-senpai's face, no, his puckered lips inch closer in front of my eyes. What's even going on? Calm down, Will, keep your cool. Yet the scent of Yae-senpai's hair tickles my nose and gets me worked up. I've read this before in a manga. Disappointing a girl in a situation like this is considered a sin in Japan. Is it? However, I kinda doubt that's applicable in this situation. How come Yae-senpai likes these kinds of crude pranks where he acts like he's harassing someone so much? He's gotta just get a kick out of stirring people up. What a pain. Ah! A scream is followed by the sound of a glass container shattering into tiny pieces. I quickly pull myself away from Yae-senpai and rush to Yuri's aid. Looking around my feet, I see the remains of pipettes, petri dishes, and test tubes scattered about. Yuri just got a little surprised and dropped. Ow! Careful, don't just pick up broken glass with your bare hands. I guess she panicked. Looks like she cut her fingertips on a shard of glass. I take Yuri's arm as I stand up and turn on the sink with my other hand. I apply pressure to the artery on her wrist just in case, and put her wound under the running water. Take a wipe, you could clean it with this. Luckily, it doesn't look like any pieces of glass got stuck in her cut. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, but you should probably... Whoops, wrong person. I'm sure it's fine, but you should probably see the doctor later just to be safe. Yuri quietly nods. Well then, let's finish by disinfecting the wound just in case. Yae-senpai takes Yuri's bleeding finger, opens wide, and attempts to stick it in his mouth. Stop! That's unhygienic! You were about to say nasty just now, weren't you? Come on! You said it yourself, Yae-chan! Yuri could get infected! Give it a rest, you two. Now's not the time for arguing. Huh? How can you act so detached about this? Whose fault do you think this is in the first place? Trying to smooch someone right in front of Yuri? Well, you're a hentai, Mr. Hentai! Huh? It's my fault? The way you don't make your feelings clear really hurts the heart of a maiden like Yuri. Admit that you hurt Yuri's feelings! Someone, save me! I scream internally, but then... Hey, you guys! I'm so glad you're enthusiastic about your research, but lately the university won't shut up about reducing expenses. Don't stick around late for no good reason. At some point, Suzukake-sensei returned to the lab. Oh, Suzukake-sensei! Is this good timing? Damn it. Yae-senpai, I heard that. Don't worry, I was just saying to everyone that we should get going soon. Broken glass, huh? Geez, you're not a kid anymore. Don't make me have to walk you through every little thing. Suzukake-sensei looks down on the equipment Yuri broke as she furrows her brows and sighs. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful. Yae-senpai comes forward to apologize before anyone does. Big sis! Hey now, what's the matter, Yuri? Don't be like this. What are you crying for? Yuri's face contorts as she tries to hold back tears. As she clings to Suzukake-sensei, who pats her head to comfort her. She really acts like a doting parent when it comes to Yuri. Now tell me, what happened? Even though Yuri didn't want him to, Will tried to kiss. Yuri got surprised and dropped a cup. Hey, boys. Yes? Suzukake-sensei's roar is scary enough to make even Yae-senpai cower. Of course, I'm already standing at attention. Explain what happened. No, I take that back. No need. Sensei, I must apologize. Joking around and goofing off during an experiment is inexcusable for a student. I deeply regret it. Please forgive me. No, it's my fault. I take responsibility for everything, and if you insist, Will did it too. I'm not angry as your teacher right now, you know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If anyone in this lab does anything inappropriate to Yuri, they're fired, regardless of their position. In this lab, I'm the law, understood? Yes, ma'am. I know this is unreasonable, but you two, go stand in the hallway for a while. Get out right now. How embarrassing. I haven't been scolded and kicked out of a classroom since I was a little kid. Well, I guess if I think of this as an experience I can look back on someday as a fun memory from my time as an exchange student, it's not so bad. I guess Yae-senpai and I should think about what we've done while we stand in the hallway. I wonder what they're talking about. Hey Yae, can I kiss you now? Huh? What's up with you? You suddenly taking the lead? Okay, smoochie! I turn towards Yae-senpai's goofy expression and plant a light headbutt on his forehead. Owie! You really put some power into that one. Oh no, I meant for it to be a gentle kiss, or gentle as a kiss. Meanwhile, it seems that Yuri and Suzukake-sensei's conversation went like this. Yuri, I know how you feel, but please, don't make your big sis worry too much. I'm sorry! Suzukake-sensei takes Yuri's finger in her hand and observes her cut, which has already stopped bleeding. They say in ancient times the fury of love was thought to be a disease. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Nothing for you to worry about, Yuri. Of course, right now, I'm not a part of this conversation. What are living things, or what is life itself? These essential questions have been constantly pondered since ancient times, and yet they are just as pertinent to us who live today. No matter what, we begin to age the moment we are born, and before long we must face our destiny of unavoidable death. Today's open campus day at the university, and our own Nagatsuta-sensei is giving a lecture. The auditorium is almost entirely full. The lab members and I are also in the crowd listening to her speech. I quietly pose a question to Yuri sitting next to me. Is it always like this? Yup, it's always full of people who come to see Big Sis. Suzukage Nagatsuta often appears in the media as a beautiful and intelligent female scientist. I don't know how she feels about it, but I know she at least accepted work in advertisements. There's a rumor that when she's being filmed, the board of directors secretly dishes out cash to hire a stylist for her. It sounds like an obvious lie, yet when I look at Suzukake-sensei on the stage, it makes me consider otherwise. There's not only related staff and students like us in the auditorium, but also noticeable locals that don't seem to have any connection to the sciences. Maybe I'm being close-minded, but it feels like there's a large percentage of young girls here who are in the same blissful, big sis admiration mode as Yuri. I realize that there is also banter from those who dwell in ivory towers. Science can no longer be separated from daily life, not only as a representative of this university, but also as my personal policy. I am always striving to discover new frontiers. Well, let's be real. It's also the season when the sakura are blooming. More and more people are finding out that this is a great secret spot to do hanami. To be honest, it's annoying. Really? Yuri likes how the campus is like a mini school festival. Well, now, you're probably all getting tired of listening to such heavy topics for so long. So let's move on to something that's more relevant and tangible to you. Also, to my students, just like during my usual lectures, please don't hold back if you have any questions. Of course, others may ask as well. Yae-senpai raises his hand without missing a beat and shouts out his question. Yes, Sensei, are you still single again this year? I forgot to mention to those who attend my lectures, please state your name and school ID number after your question. I'll reward an unconditional extra point to the semester's grades for those who ask a good question. And for a bad question? Good question. Please hurry and state your name and school ID number. I'll evaluate you. Nobody worth mentioning. Laughs burst out from the students in the audience. Their voices must have awakened some audience members who dozed off. I noticed people adjusting their posture and clearing their throats. After that little breather, Suzukake-sensei lecture continues. In the mid-1950s, Michurin agriculture attempted to change the nature of crops by exposing them to low temperatures. Though this experiment is now considered a failure, you could say the Polar Research Lab is a successor to the thinking of Michurin or Lysenko. The extreme low temperatures and dry conditions of winter, these relate to the conditions faced by outer space organisms, my original area of study, but now my goal is to focus on living things that can survive in such extreme conditions. One day, mankind might need to leave our homeland of Earth and return to the unending void of space. This is what I believe. I hope that my research can illuminate our path to the heavens. Thank you for listening. That sure was a big round of applause. After the lecture, we head to the cafeteria and share our thoughts on the lecture. Big Sis was outstanding as always! Anyway, being in that huge crowd wore me out. Yae-senpai does look a bit tired. She's always praised for being a good-looking researcher who explains the latest hot topics of the science world in a way that's easy to understand. Yuri looks overjoyed. People will want to ask Suzukake-san for her autograph and chat with her, so she'll be tied up for a while. All we could do is wait for the crowd to die down. Yeah, last year we had to wait so long for Big Sis to be free. I had heard rumors, but Suzukake-sensei sure is popular. Okay, we've arrived at the cafeteria. I'm hungry too. I wonder what to order. Looks like the university cafeteria prepared a special menu for the start of the new school year to welcome the eager new students. Hey look, there's a special menu today only. Oh yeah, let's see here. I guess meals are specially chosen to relate to the research at our university. I think I'll try this cultivated eel bowl. I place my order and sit down. Yuri, what the heck did you order? Yuri chose the deep sea fish bowl! It's a mound of deep sea fish with freakish expressions like they've seen the end of the world. Some of their jaws and eyes are popping out. Isn't this too grotesque for a meal? What? This poppy-eyed one is cute, like a goldfish. I'm starting to question Yuri's sense of cuteness. Will-san, you just don't understand the complexities of a maiden's pure heart. Yae-senpai takes a seat as he speaks. Oh yeah, what did you— Whoa! I'm surprised by Yae-senpai's bowl. Poisonous-looking green gel coats a large portion of rice. Yae-senpai looks like he's in even higher spirits than usual. Is the stuff on that bowl made of crushed algae? Of course it is. Oh, Yuri was also thinking about getting that. This algae is altered to have more nutrients for the human body. It's good for your skin, you know. But man, it's so stringy. Is it fermented or something? Come on, this sticky stuff is good for you. Japan's culture of fermented food is the best in the world and still going strong. Wow! Seeing other people eat different things makes Yuri want to try them. Yuri-san wants some of mine. Oh really? Yay! Yuri scoops the emerald green gel with her spoon and pours it all over the grotesque deep sea fish. It looks like some unheard of creature is being created here. Is this freak show supposed to show off the result of our university studies? I can't imagine the outside visitors would appreciate this. The outline of its chin right here is so cute! Yuri is curiously poking at the weird-looking fish with her chopsticks. It's actually much tastier than it looks. Yae-senpai tastes his food with a blissful expression. It almost looks like he's putting emerald jewels into his mouth. I knew it! This lab is crazy! Am I sitting at a table for weirdos right now? I've got to change the subject. But by the way, Suzukake-sensei sure is popular. She looks very young, but I wonder how old she really is. I take my eyes off the food freak show for now. Well, Yuri's been with her for a long time, but she doesn't know exactly. Yuri asked her many times, but she always says women are full of mysteries and dodges the question. Well, even her own cousin doesn't know? Suzukake-sensei sure is mysterious. Yeah, she even started as an associate professor at a young age. She's gotta be well over 30 by now. Even I'm jealous of her good looks, but I think her skin is approaching its limit. Yeah, I think she's gotta be at least 30. Oh, Yae-chan, try Yuri's food too! This time, Yuri's grotesque deep-sea fish moves over to Yae-senpai's bowl. These are high-quality fish they successfully raised here, huh? Just look at the springy texture. They've gotta be full of collagen. My skin is gonna get even more beautiful. He picks up the deep-sea fish sashimi with an ecstatic expression. What were you saying about skin? Suzukake-sensei suddenly appeared out of nowhere and sits at an open seat at our table. Eek! Sensei, when did you get here? Yae-senpai turns pale in fear that Suzukake-sensei heard our conversation. Suzukake-sensei, are you done answering questions and conversing with the other professors? It was a waste of time to spend too long on formal greetings, so I skipped out early. Is it okay for her to do something like that? Anyway, among the 20 kinds of amino acids humans need, collagen is mostly made up of glycine, so I can't say it's particularly well balanced. She acts normally, not making it clear if she heard Yae-senpai's frivolous comments earlier. Oh, really? Is that so? I'm not too familiar with nutritional science, but after ingestion, everything is broken down and absorbed into your body. I don't think it'll make any difference no matter how much collagen you eat. Fish aren't so bad, but in particular, chicken skin is stuffed with oil in addition to the collagen, so you should watch out for that. As always, Big Sis knows everything! Yuri nods attentively as she listens. First off, aging is the final part of the growth of living things. For example, the part of growth known as apoptosis, where cell tissue is lost, or plants bearing fruit as part of that word are included in this process. The aging of humans is also perfectly natural, so why should it be considered shameful? Right? Yay? But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. If you'd like to hit that like button down below. I'm not sure how I feel about this game. It kind of sucks already. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe too. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!